Hey guys, welcome to the MMA Brothers podcast, the newest, baddest, and best podcast out there. And let's get it going. Hello guys, and welcome to the MMA Brothers podcast. My name is Daryl.
My name is Asher.
And we're talking UFC 250, Amanda Nunes versus Felicia the Canadian Spencer. Let's go.
Episode 39, MMA Brothers Pod. So, Amanda Nunes is back. She's facing Felicia Spencer in the main event of this pay-per-view. But as usual, we're going to start at the bottom of the card. And at the bottom of the card, bottom of the main card, sorry. There are some good fights in the prelims, but we just usually cover the main card. We're going to start with this one right here. Eddie Wineland versus Sugar Sean O'Malley. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Eddie Wineland is, but he's a pretty good fighter. Like, he's one of those, like, gatekeepers. You know, if you can get past him, then you're pretty much going places in division. I'm pretty sure he faced Renan Barão for the interim bantamweight title. He's been in the UFC for quite a long time. So, Sean O'Malley, not to say he has his hands full, like, he's kind of an older fighter. As you can see, his record is 24 and 13. And Sean O'Malley is undefeated at 11 and 0. Or undefeated. Anyways.
Undefeated 11 and 1.
Yeah, I was just like, undefeated 11 and 2. Sean O'Malley, obviously, he's an up-and-comer. Everybody's excited about him. Most of his fights finish in the first round. He's really, really good everywhere. He's good jiu-jitsu, good stand-up, good kicks, good boxing. So I'm going to assume that he's a favorite in this fight. In terms of breakdown in the stats, Sean O'Malley has a 4-inch height advantage, and he also has a 3-inch reach advantage. So win by 60% KO for Sean, 10% per submission, and very few fights have gone to decision. And then, as you can see, the KO percentage is actually quite high. So, like I said earlier, Eddie Wineland is a guy that comes with a lot of heat. He comes with a lot of forward pressure. And, I think Sean O'Malley is smooth enough. He's going to be able to evade a lot of the big strikes, and he's going to be able to land something. And I'm picking Sean to win the fight. How about you?
Yep, I'm going with Sean too, guys. I don't know if you guys have watched him, but I love Sean O'Malley. He's always dancing. His Instagram's really funny. But let's get into the fight business. 60% of his wins will come by TKO. He took a little bit of a hiatus from UFC. I don't know what was going on with his personal life. He took a little bit of time off.
I think he had some issues with, like, testing, too.
Yeah. So he came back and he was fighting. And his last fight, I think it was a first-round KO. It was crazy. First or second-round KO.
I think it was first,
Yeah. And he's coming in. He's going to be the favorite. Now, one thing we have to say, Wineland, he's a very experienced guy. He's seen everything. You're not going to do something he's never seen.
Yeah.
But the thing is, can you stop it? This is something... You know it's coming. You know Sean's going to be weird with his movement, pop you, come in and out of, kick you with leg kicks, front kick you, side kick you, jumping switch kick. He does everything, right?
Yeah.
Knowing something's coming versus defending it is totally different.
Right.
I think Wineland's going to really struggle with the movement of Sean O'Malley, and he's going to know that there's a reason there's hype behind this kid. I'm going with Sean. Wineland, you're a vet. I'm sorry, buddy. There's a new guard coming in, and it's Sean O'Malley.
Yep, we both got Sean for that one. So next one, we got our boy Neil Magny. Let's go, brother. He's facing Anthony Rocco Martin. Now, Anthony Rocco Martin, he's somebody that's kind of like, kind of a no-name in the division. As far as I know, I think he's won 5 out of his last 6 fights, if I'm not mistaken. And, Neil Magny is one of those guys in the division. Not necessarily he's a gatekeeper, but if you're able to beat Neil Magny, then you know you belong in that, like,
so
top
in other
10
words,
to top 15
he's not
echelon.
a gatekeeper, but Asher just described a gatekeeper.
But like, this gatekeeper is depending on, like, what type of, where they are in the rankings. Like, Michael Bisping, they call him a gatekeeper, but he was like a top 6, top 7. Neil Magny's not even, I don't think he's ranked, right? So, like, he's not that guy where it's like top gatekeeper to get to the championship level, but he's that guy that if you beat him, then you're ready for ranked opponents. That's what I'm trying to say. So, anyways, Neil Magny is 22 and 8. Martin's 17 and 5. Both from the States. And, Neil Magny is a tall welterweight, 6'3". And he has a reach advantage 7 inches. So, in the last fight, I actually didn't pick Neil Magny to win. He fought the Chinese guy, I forget his name, Li Jingjiang. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong. But anyways, I can't remember his name. Neil Magny, 33% of his wins by KO or TKO, submission 14%, decision. Most of his fights are won by decision. Martin, submission guy. Really, really good with his submission skills. So Neil Magny, he has been submitted before. He's not the best guy on the ground. I know, what's his name? Rafael Dos Santos has submitted him before. So if he was going to lose this fight, it's probably going to be due to submission. I'm going to go with Neil Magny. I just think Neil Magny has fought tougher competition. So He's seen a lot of things that Martin will be able to give him. He's not going to knock him out. Very, very unlikely. And just because of the experience like I mentioned before, I don't think Magny's going to get submitted. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I know a little bit about these fighters. I'm not going to pretend I know the most about them. When it comes to Neil, he's had very good performances that I've seen. I've seen very limited of his fights, but he's also wet the bed a few times when he should have gotten the
career.
dub.
Yeah.
Right? He's one of those people.
Yeah.
He's like the other guy who we spoke about last time. What's his name? Michael Johnson. He's the welterweight Michael Johnson.
Yeah, I would say Michael Johnson's much better. Neil Magny hasn't fought that higher level.
Yeah, but Michael Johnson, when he's supposed to win, he wets the bed. That's my whole point. So when it comes to this, Anthony Rocco Martin, I don't know if the UFC has done this wrong. I don't really know much about him, but it looks like he was fighting at the lower weight class before this fight because they listed him as 155.
Right.
Or 156.
Right.
Do you mind scrolling up?
Yep.
So a little bit more. I just want to see. So they're coming into their records, right? If you're predominantly not a striker and you've won one fight by TKO or KO versus him, who's won 33% of his fight, it might not be a big difference, but he's got more wins on his record. Mm-hmm. He's also got more losses, but he has had more experience with guys who are going to be like him, who are going to take it down and try to go for the decision.
Right.
Those type of guys don't usually fare well against guys like him because they're strike heavy, right? You have to take the fight to the ground at some point.
Right.
Unless you're, Damian Maia and you're such a good jiu-jitsu practitioner that people are so scared to go on the ground that even clinching is bad. Mm. I don't really see Neil having a huge problem with Anthony Rocco Martin, and the fact that he's coming from a lower weight class, as UFC saying, into the welterweights, I think he's going to struggle with the size. So I'm going to go with Neil Magny as well.
Perfect. So we both got Magny and we both got Sugar Sean. We're going to move on to the next one. So Aljamain Sterling versus Corey Sandhagen. Woo! Aljamain Sterling is ranked number 2. Sandhagen is ranked number 4.
This fight is at bantamweight, right?
This is at bantamweight. That's correct. So 135 is the weight class. Now Aljamain Sterling, he is the funk master. He is somebody that has been knocking on the door for a title shot. He keeps begging Dana. He's like, "Yeah, I want to be next. I want to be next." It looks like I think they're going with Aldo and
Jan.
And Peter Yan for the bantamweight title next. So Aljamain Sterling is gonna have to chill. But whoever wins this fight, I believe, is gonna be next in line for a title shot. I know TJ Dillashaw is about to be coming back, so maybe
EPO Shaw?
EPO Shaw. Maybe him and Cruz can rematch again, and then whoever gets there will probably be the second person in line for a title shot. But yes, going back to this fight, Aljamain Sterling, to be honest, like I've never been super impressed by him. That I don't know, like he does the basics well. He's a good wrestler, but he just, to me, he doesn't have like that skill to become championship level.
He doesn't have that it factor. He's a very no.
You don't have to have the it factor. It's
no,
just
you
skills
do.
Wise,
you
right?
do as a champion. You have to have that it factor. You have to have something about you that no one else has that's driving you to become champion, right? Think about it this way. Michael Bisping has an iron will. No matter who they put in front of him, that was his nail, right? Think about Luke Rocco. Luke Rocco's confidence was his iron will. That it factor about him. You know what I mean? Every champ has that it factor. Israel Adesanya's style, his personality,
he's a very
it
good
factor,
wrestler.
right? He is a very good wrestler,
yeah.
but that's not good enough, right? You have to have something about you. Khabib's like the best wrestler, right? Mm-hmm. Max Holloway's stand-up switch game is just unfathomable, right? Mm-hmm. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Demetrius Johnson, when he was champ, right. I'm not even bringing up Cejudo because I hate his guts.
Right.
And, Stipe Miocic, unfathomable. He's not scared of anyone. He's going to be going in. No fighter is scared of anyone. Don't get it wrong.
Right.
But like Stipe has that it factor about him. Like you're just scared to go against. At any moment, he can take your lights out.
Yeah.
Aljamain is a very good fighter. Is he the best fighter? No. Corey Sandhagen, I think, is going to put the beating on him for a bit of the round. First round, Aljamain is going to be losing the first round. He's going to go into second round. Aljamain is going to be putting on pressure. He's going to end up getting the decision victory because I believe he wants it more than Corey Sandhagen. He's the one who's fighting. Corey Sandhagen is fighting up, right? So he wants to prove a point because he's fourth, he's second, right? So, in my opinion, Aljamain's going to be a little bit lackadaisical in the first round, going to get caught because Corey's going to come off hot because he's like, yo, I want to get this guy out of here.
Fighter,
right? He's going to come in there, it's going to try to knock him out. I think he's going to hurt him. He's going to collect his will. It's all good. Second round, he's going to start pressuring around. And then the third round, he's going to get the decision. Probably a split decision, mark my words.
So split decision win for Sterling?
Aljamain Sterling.
Okay, I'm going to go with Sandhagen. So Sandhagen is a taller fighter by 4 inches. Sandhagen has more pressure. Sandhagen may not be as good of a wrestler as Aljamain Sterling. So Aljamain, I can see him landing a few takedowns. But he's 12-1. Aljamain Sterling, he's fought really high competition like Marlon Moraes, and he got that vicious KO and he got kneed and was turned into stone. So, who knows? Maybe this is the come out party for Sterling. This is what he's been wanting. He thinks he's ready for a championship level. Corey Sandhagen is really, really good. And if he's able to get past him, then yeah, I would say Sterling is next for the title shot once Aldo and Jan is complete. So,
and I have Peter Yan in that fight.
You're going with Sterling. I'm going with Sandhagen. So we're going to move on to the next one, guys. Next one on the list, we have Rafael Assunção versus Cody No Love Garbrandt. Holy. So, you want to break this one down, or you want me to get it?
I mean, Cody No Love, man. Golly. TJ Dillashaw really ruined his life, man. Like, if you think about it, like they were teammates. He hates the dude. He knows the dude's doing EPO. He's called him out for doing stuff, for cheating and everything. And guess what? You still get knocked out 2 fights in a row. That's got to do a lot to your psyche.
Yeah.
Then you follow that up with getting knocked out again in your next
Pedro
round.
Munoz.
Yeah. So
first round.
So I think Cody Garbrandt said he's been talking to a mental coach. He's been going to therapy. He's worked out a lot of his demons. He's exercised a lot of it because majority of his losses is because he loses his cool.
Yeah.
Like, Cody, if you literally just stayed calm, you would not be losing these fights. If you can beat Dominic Cruz by KO and there's no questions about it. Not like freaking...
And he dropped Dillashaw too in the first round.
He did, right? And he was hurt. TJ was going back to his corner like this.
Yeah.
But guess what TJ's coaches knew? Hey, TJ, he's going to throw that leaping right hook, dip under it, and clip him every single time.
That's how he got knocked out by Munoz too.
Yeah,
he covered his face and then he went down, hit him with the right hook, and he wobbled. So,
yeah. Like, Cody, if it's the same thing happened to you each fight that you've lost, you got to notice a pattern, right? Go talk to your mental coaches. His coaches got to talk to him. And I think Cody's, if he loses this fight, you got to switch weight classes, got to switch gyms, you got to do something. Because he's gone from a champ to number 9.
Yeah.
Within a very short space of time,
Yep.
in my opinion. Rafael Assunção, I don't know too much about him. What I do know is 27 wins versus 11 wins.
This is all you need to know
huge
about
discrepancy.
Rafael Assunção. So yes, he's a little shorter, 3 inches shorter, but he actually is very, very good in jiu-jitsu. It's 37% versus 0. So Cody Garbrandt is a very good wrestler, and then he has very good hands. As you can see, 82% KO. Now, Rafael Assunção, he was one of those guys where, like, he was supposed to be like the next guy in line for a title shot. I think he lost to TJ Dillashaw and he lost to another person. I can't remember who it was, but he was on a streak. He was like on a win, like won 7 of 8 of his last fights and stuff like that. So Rafael Assunção, he's an older fighter. I think he's 37 or 38. And Cody Garbrandt is much younger. So I think Cody's like 27 or 28, right? So it's a young guy versus the experienced guy. Cody Garbrandt should win this fight. Like Daryl said, he's done a lot to make sure that he doesn't make the same mistakes that he did in the past. He does tend to like plant his feet and then kind of swing like that, and then just believes that, look at my record, I KO anyone, I can KO anybody if I just.
And he will. If he connects, you're going out.
Yeah, if he
you're
hits
gonna go down.
You're gonna fall.
But guess what? If you hit him, he's going down too.
Yeah, but like he's stationary, right? Like he just swings hooks and stuff and no head movement. And then if you're really good at counter punching, you can hit him. Assunção is not that guy that's gonna knock you out. Not in my opinion, right? He's a guy that like likes to win most of his fights by decision or submission. So I don't see Assunção going for a takedown and submitting him, because Cody, like I said, is a very good wrestler. So I'm going to go with Cody Garbrandt. Not by KO, probably decision, because he should have learned from his mistakes. He probably thinks, listen, I'm a better stand-up fighter. What I'm going to do is check many leg kicks, because just based on the last fight, Munoz was kicking his legs a lot. So he's probably worked on that. He's probably going to make sure he doesn't get leg kicked, and he's going to make sure that he just touches up Assunção and just has to win a 3-round decision. No need to take crazy risks. Get your confidence back, kind of like how Darren Till got his confidence back fighting Gastelum. Might be a boring fight, to be honest. I probably think it'll be boring. Get your confidence back, touch him up, try and, squat any takedowns that come your way, get the dub, and we're going to move on to the next fight. That's all I'm asking. No need to knock him out, Cody. That's all I'm saying. So, you going Cody?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cody. I think he's gone through enough adversity in life. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Cody's got the talent. He's got the hands. He's got the wrestling. He's got everything. The only missing piece is up here. Up here is the only missing piece. I don't know if it's his head coach. I don't know if it's his own personal problems. But thank God he got the help that he needed. And he said he's feeling different. So I'm going to go with Cody. You got Cody. We're going on. The Lioness, Amanda Nunes versus the Phenom, Felicia Spencer. Rep in Canada. You love to see it. But I'm very terrified for Felicia Spencer. Sorry, I'm going into it, diving into it deep already. Amanda Nunes, her hands, like it's just unfair, man. If you can do that to Cyborg, right? You know what I mean? If you can do that to Chris Cyborg, undefeated for how many years, putting away women like it was nothing. You know what I mean? Like it was like bread and butter. Like you guys make breakfast this morning, put toast in the toaster, and put some butter on it. That was like Chris Cyborg to everyone. You know what I mean? She's gone. Head kicked Holly Holm. Like
Ronda Rousey, Misha Tate, all those people. Yeah.
If I'm going with Canada to represent, because you know what I mean. That's me. That's my personal itch.
Guys,
I know the truth.
Okay.
I know the truth.
Yeah.
Am I gonna live a little bit and
Are
try
you
to
gonna
get the
lose
dub?
a little bit of money? Of course.
If I need to lose a little bit of bread to show some support, I'm gonna do it. So let's get into the numbers.
I don't even need to get the numbers, guys. Amanda Nunes is gonna win this probably first, second round TKO. Okay. Yes, we can see the numbers. Nunes 72% wins by KO or TKO, and she's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Felicia Spencer, she is a bigger, thicker fighter, so she might be able to take down Nunes. But as you saw in her last fight against Jermaine Durandamy, she may.
She's not gonna.
But
take that
Felicia
Amanda.
Spencer, I think she fought Cyborg and she actually lasted a decision. So she's tough. She's a very, very tough girl, and like she can hang with. I think she can hang with Amanda Nunes. But guys, all I'm just trying to say is Felicia Spencer, she's a very good grappler. She might be able to take Nunes down, but Nunes is just too good. She's good with her submissions, she's good with her takedowns, she's good with her takedown defense, and she's amazing with her hands and her kicks. So what am I going to say? Of course, I'm going to pick Nunes. She probably will be first or second round TKO. I don't even have to dive any deeper into this, guys. Like, you guys know who Amanda Nunes is. And to be honest, once she wins this again, I don't even know what's for her. Like, it probably gets boring if I was Amanda Nunes and I'm just like, dude, kind of like how Cyborg was.
Nah, she struggled with Durandamy, other than the takedowns.
Yeah.
Like, Jermaine refused to get up off the ground. I'm like, Jermaine, you gotta get up, dude.
One thing about Nunes that she lacks is her cardio. That is the one thing that is not the best, because she did get tired in the later rounds. So if Spencer is able to, try maybe take Nunes down, not get hit, and then try and tire out Nunes and take it into the later rounds with some ground and pound and stuff, she probably won't be able to finish Nunes because she's really tough. Then I can see Spencer winning the fight. But the likelihood of that happening, probably 5%. Likelihood of Nunes knocking out Spencer, probably 85%. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm gonna say? If you think it, you can achieve it. That's what I'm gonna say.
Believe, conceive, achieve, like Luke Rockhold said.
Shut up. Felicia Spencer is getting the dub. You heard it here first. Probably not here first, but you heard it here. All right, Felicia Spencer, the Canadian. Let's go. You got the dub. She's even got it. She got the Canadian flag there. Let's go. She's gonna get it, all right? I have no problem picking underdogs in fights, right? Do I usually lose? Of course I usually lose. But guess what? When I do get those victories, it's worth it. So
his last predictions for the last fight night were awful, by the way. But yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I was right.
Well, how were your predictions?
You're thinking Wild Boy was the one who was wrong. I only got 2 picks wrong the whole night.
Oh, never mind. I guess he was amazing last time.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this episode of the MMA Brothers podcast. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on YouTube, on Spotify, Apple, Google. There's a whole list of places where you can find us, especially Instagram. Our Instagram has been growing. Every week or so, we're getting like 50 to 100 new followers, guys, and there's a lot of engagement, and I really appreciate it. We've been responding. We've been engaging with you guys, trying to get to all your comments, and I really, really appreciate it. We're going to enjoy watching this, and we're going to hit you with the post-fight episode on Sunday when Amanda Nunes is still champ and Cody Garbrandt hopefully won a decision. So that's all I got to say. Darren, do you have anything else to say?
Follow us on Reddit, Pornhub, YouTube, Bleacher Report, any sort of platform you want to support MMA Brothers Pod. We got you guys. Thank you for the support. We out.